Lost in Space, 1965, remains a groundbreaking sci-fi adventure series that captured the imagination of audiences with its futuristic setting, iconic characters, and thrilling journey across the cosmos. In this video, we look back at the legendary cast who brought the Robinson family's interstellar odyssey to life and pay tribute to the actors who have sadly passed away. From their memorable performances to the influence they left on early television science fiction, we honor their legacy and celebrate the timeless impact they made on fans around the world. Join us as we revisit the stars who helped make Lost in Space an enduring classic. Guy Williams, born on January 14, 1924, portrayed Dr. John Robinson in Lost in Space, 1965-1968, starting when he was 41 years old. Dr. John Robinson was the mission commander and patriarch of the Robinson family, an astrophysicist and military man whose intelligence, courage, and moral compass anchored the family's survival in deep space. Williams brought heroic leadership and warmth to the character, expertly balancing his scientific duties with his fierce dedication to protecting his wife and 3 children. The character was the epitome of the idealized 1960s television hero, always calm under pressure and capable of solving any crisis, whether mechanical failure or confrontation with alien life forms. His portrayal made him a key figure in early American science fiction television. In real life, Guy Williams enjoyed a successful, if selective, television career, spanning from 1947 to 1981. He first achieved widespread fame starring as the swashbuckling hero Don Diego de la Vega in the highly popular Disney television series Zorro, 1957-1959, a role that catapulted him to international stardom, creating an enduring legacy, especially across Spanish-speaking countries, where the show remained immensely popular for decades. Following Lost in Space, Williams largely withdrew from acting, choosing to live a semi-retired life in Argentina, where he remained a celebrated public figure due to the immense popularity of Zorro. His later life was characterized by a quiet retirement and his status as a revered celebrity. Guy Williams passed away on May 7, 1989, at the age of 65. The cause of his death was a brain aneurysm. Following his death, he was laid to rest at La Recoleta Cemetery in Buenos Aires, Argentina. June Lockhart, born on June 25, 1925, portrayed Maureen Robinson in Lost in Space, 1965-1968, starting when she was 40 years old. Maureen Robinson was the highly intelligent biochemist and resilient matriarch of the Robinson family, providing the essential emotional stability and scientific guidance needed for the family's survival in deep space. Lockhart embodied the archetypal caring yet capable mother figure, making her one of the most beloved figures in 1960s television science fiction. The character remained an unwavering cornerstone of the family unit throughout the series' run, exemplifying intelligence and maternal strength, and never died on screen. In real life, June Lockhart had an exceptionally long and illustrious career spanning from 1938 to 2025. She achieved iconic status in multiple major television series, having previously starred as Ruth Martin, the gentle matriarch on the popular series Lassie, 1958-1964, and later appearing as Dr. Janet Craig in Petticoat Junction, 1968-1970. Her career began in film and on Broadway, showcasing her early versatility. Her long life and career are celebrated for her consistency, enduring charm, and her successful transition between film stage and television across many decades. June Lockhart passed away on October 23, 2025, at the remarkable age of 100. The cause of her death was complications related to advanced age. Her long career spanned film, stage, and television, making her one of the most enduring figures in classic Hollywood. Information about her final resting place has not yet been publicly documented. Mark Goddard, born on July 24, 1936, portrayed Major Don West in Lost in Space, 1965-1968, starting when he was 29 years old. Major Don West was the rugged, handsome pilot of the Jupiter 2, the sole military representative who possessed both technical expertise and a heroic, action-oriented mindset. His character added a crucial element of traditional bravery and youthful energy to the series, often providing a necessary contrast to the intellectual Dr. John Robinson and the scheming Dr. Smith. Don West was integral to the show's action sequences and frequently partnered with the young Will Robinson in various adventures. His character never died on screen. In real life, Mark Goddard enjoyed a career spanning from 1959 to 2023, finding early fame on the television series Johnny Ringo before landing his iconic role in Lost in Space. Post-series Goddard maintained a steady presence in television and film, later transitioning into academia and education. He earned a master's degree and spent 2 decades teaching drama and English at a middle school and high school in Massachusetts, becoming a beloved teacher who often spoke highly of his Lost in Space experience. His later life was defined by his dedication to education and his occasional appearances at fan conventions. Mark Goddard passed away on October 10, 2023, at the age of 87. The cause of his death was pulmonary fibrosis, a chronic lung disease. Following his death, he was laid to rest in Massachusetts, USA. Jonathan Harris, born on November 6, 1914, played Dr. Zachary Smith in Lost in Space, 1965-1968, starting when he was 50 years old. Originally written as a conventional villain, Dr. Zachary Smith, the cowardly, self-serving yet ultimately hilarious saboteur, evolved into the series' most iconic and essential character due to Harris's flamboyant theatrical performance. His relationship with young Will Robinson and the robot became the emotional and comedic center of the series. Harris's portrayal of the scheming yet comical antagonist, whom fans affectionately nicknamed Daddy Zach, became legendary, turning Dr. Smith into one of television's most memorable villains, whose presence dictated the plot of virtually every episode. The character never died on screen. In real life, Jonathan Harris enjoyed an extensive career spanning from 1938 to 2002, encompassing the stage, film, and television, although he initially trained as a dramatic actor. Prior to Lost in Space, he was known for roles in The Third Man and The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Following the series, Harris found great success as a voice actor, lending his distinctive voice to numerous animated characters, including the villainous Lucifer in the original Battlestar Galactica series. His life before his death was characterized by his active role in voice work and his deep appreciation for the fan base he cultivated. Jonathan Harris passed away on November 3, 2002, at the age of 87. The cause of his death was lung cancer. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California, U.S. Dee Hartford, born on April 21, 1928, portrayed Verda, Nancy Pi Squared in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when she was 39 years old. Verda, her primary character, was an elegant and mysterious android from the advanced planet Andronia, who was momentarily mistaken for a human. Hartford brought a cool, strikingly sophisticated presence to the recurring role, making Verda a memorable, almost unsettling addition to the second season's ensemble of alien visitors. Her character provided a blend of elegance, technology, and mystery, often confusing the impulsive and earthbound logic of Dr. Smith and the robot. Verda did not have an on-screen death, simply departing the series. In real life, Dee Hartford enjoyed a career spanning from 1952 to 1980. She began her career as a highly successful fashion model before transitioning to acting, appearing in films such as A Girl in Every Port. She was also widely known for her guest appearances on numerous popular television series throughout the 1960s and 70s, including The Man from UNCLE and the camp classic Batman. Her marriage to influential film director and producer Howard Hawks gave her a high profile within the Hollywood social structure. Her life before her death was characterized by her early modeling success, her connections within classic cinema, and her consistent, though sporadic, television work. Dee Hartford passed away on October 21, 2018, at the age of 90. The cause of her death was following a brief illness. Following her death, she was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Fritz Feld, born on October 15, 1900, played Mr. Zumdisch in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 65 years old. Mr. Zumdisch was the leader of an alien traveling circus and carnival who, along with his troupe, was stranded on the same planet as the Robinsons. Feld, a master of physical and verbal comedy, brought a highly theatrical and delightfully eccentric humor to the guest role. His character was central to a memorable second-season episode, and his highly expressive presence added a touch of classic continental vaudeville-style comedy to the serious science fiction setting. Mr. Zumdisch did not have an on-screen death within the series. In real life, Fritz Feld enjoyed an extraordinarily long and prolific career spanning from 1917 to 1993, appearing in well over 140 films and countless television programs. Born in Germany, he fled the rise of Nazism and continued his international stage and screen work in the U.S. He was famous for his signature comedic technique of bringing his hand up to his chin and emitting a distinctive pop sound effect, a trademark often used to signal an eccentric character's frustration, confusion, or surprise. He specialized in portraying snooty maitre d's, fussy foreign officials, and nervous businessmen roles that capitalized on his continental flair and precise European demeanor. His career successfully spanned the silent era, the golden age of Hollywood, and classic television. Fritz Feld passed away on November 18, 1993, at the age of 94. The cause of his death was natural causes. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Sheila Allen, born on February 2, 1930, portrayed Aunt Gamma and Ruth Templeton in Lost in Space, 1965, starting when she was 34 years old. Aunt Gamma was a recurring alien character introduced in the first season who occasionally interacted with the Robinson children, bringing an element of whimsy and otherworldliness to the developing narrative. Her appearance in the series served as an early indicator of the show's shift towards more episodic alien encounters. Allen brought a refined presence to the roles, hinting at a background in classic Hollywood performance. Her characters did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Sheila Allen enjoyed a career spanning from 1957 to 2002, frequently appearing in films and television series produced by her husband, the famed disaster film producer Irwin Allen, whom she married shortly after her appearance on Lost in Space. Due to this marriage, she was a recurring figure in the producer's stable of actors, appearing in major motion pictures such as the disaster classics The Poseidon Adventure 1972 and The Towering Inferno 1974, often in brief but key roles. Her life before her death was characterized by her involvement in her husband's highly successful productions and her consistent presence in the Hollywood community. Sheila Allen passed away on November 21, 2013, at the age of 84. The cause of her death was following a long illness. Following her death, she was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Alan Melvin, born on February 18, 1923, played Little Joe and the voice of the gambling machine in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 43 years old. Little Joe was a hulking, childlike alien whom Dr. Smith befriended and The Gambling Machine was a sentient slot machine roles that showcased Melvin's great versatility in physical and vocal comedy. His ability to convincingly portray both an imposing figure and provide a distinctive voice for an inanimate object highlighted his skill as a prolific character actor. His characters were episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Alan Melvin enjoyed a highly successful career spanning from 1955 to 1999, making him one of the most recognizable supporting actors on American television for decades. He is widely beloved for several iconic recurring roles, most notably as Sam the Butcher, the dependable love interest of Alice Nelson on The Brady Bunch, and as Sergeant Hacker on Gomer Pyle USMC. He was also a busy voice artist, lending his vocal talents to numerous animated series, including several Hanna-Barbera productions. His life before his death was characterized by his nearly half-century of continuous, steady work in Hollywood. Alan Melvin passed away on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84. The cause of his death was cancer. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California, U.S. Albert Salmi, born on March 11, 1927, portrayed Captain Alonzo P. Tucker and simply Alonzo P. Tucker in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 38 years old. Captain Tucker was a space buccaneer and adventurer whom the Robinsons encounter, and Salmi brought a rugged, intense energy to the guest role, providing a memorable contrast to the more theatrical characters like Dr. Smith. His character was designed to be a complicated figure, a charming rogue whose intentions were often ambiguous, adding a layer of danger and excitement to the episodic adventures of the second season. Salmi's portrayal lent a sense of cinematic seriousness to the character, drawing on his background in dramatic stage work. His characters were ultimately episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Albert Salmi enjoyed a highly respected career, spanning from 1953 to 1990, establishing himself as a versatile and intense character actor across stage, film, and television. He was a veteran of the Actors Studio and was widely known for his appearances in prestigious dramas and westerns, including multiple acclaimed roles on The Twilight Zone and in films like The Brothers Karamazov. His work was characterized by a powerful, often brooding, dramatic intensity. His life before his death, while publicly focused on his professional roles, sadly concluded under tragic circumstances. Albert Salmi passed away on May 20, 1990, at the age of 62. The cause of his death was a gunshot wound in a widely reported murder-suicide incident. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Pinecrest Memorial Park in Sandpoint, Idaho, U.S. Leonard Stone, born on November 3, 1923, played Farnham in Lost in Space, 1967, starting when he was 44 years old. Farnham was a flamboyant and theatrical alien entrepreneur whom the Robinsons encountered during their travels. Stone brought his distinct energy and comic timing to the guest role, making Farnham a memorably exaggerated figure in the show's collection of strange alien characters. His performance was characterized by quick-witted dialogue and sharp physical comedy, fitting perfectly into the third season's lighter, more comedic tone. His character was entirely episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Leonard Stone enjoyed a long and successful career, spanning from 1956 to 2005, establishing himself as a prolific and dependable character actor across genres. While his Lost in Space role was a guest spot, he is perhaps most universally remembered for his iconic role as Sam Beauregard, the demanding father of Violet, in the beloved film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971. His career was marked by hundreds of television appearances, from The Bob Newhart Show to MASH, often playing authoritative or comedic bureaucratic roles. His life before his death was characterized by his nearly half-century of continuous steady work in Hollywood. Leonard Stone passed away on November 2, 2011, at the age of 87. The cause of his death was cancer. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California, U.S. Warren Oates, born on July 5, 1928, portrayed Jimmy Hapgood in Lost in Space, 1965, starting when he was 37 years old. Jimmy Hapgood was a rugged space prospector and one of the first human characters the Robinsons encountered after their crash landing. Oates brought his signature raw, gritty charisma and intense energy to the guest role, establishing a necessary contrast to the clean-cut heroes of the Robinson family. His appearance in the pilot season emphasized the unpredictable nature of space exploration, and his character, a slightly untrustworthy but compelling loner, added an edge of realism and moral ambiguity to the early plot. His character was entirely episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Warren Oates enjoyed a highly respected career spanning from 1957 to 1982, establishing himself as one of Hollywood's quintessential and most influential character actors. He was a favorite collaborator of legendary directors like Sam Peckinpah, starring in the acclaimed iconic westerns such as The Wild Bunch, 1969, The Hired Hand, 1971, and the darkly celebrated Bring Me, the Head of Alfredo Garcia, 1974. Oates was praised for his ability to embody complex, flawed, and deeply authentic American figures, making his filmography a key component of the new Hollywood cinema era. His life before his death was dedicated to an intense and varied career, encompassing both B-movies and critically lauded artistic films. Warren Oates passed away on April 3, 1982, at the age of 53. The cause of his death was a heart attack. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Ashland Cemetery in Ashland, Kentucky, U.S. Rita Shaw, born on September 13, 1912, played Aunt Clara Sims in Lost in Space, 1965, starting when she was 54 years old. Aunt Clara Sims was a recurring alien character whom the Robinson children encountered, and Shaw brought her distinctive blend of warmth, matronly demeanor, and sharp comic timing to the guest role. Her appearance, particularly in the first season, helped soften the tone of the show's early adventures, often providing counsel or comic interaction with Penny Robinson. Shaw's presence was a reliable addition, lending professional quality and light-hearted humor to the episodic narrative. Her character did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Rita Shaw enjoyed a steady and highly successful career, spanning from 1952 to 1980, recognized as a highly dependable and recognizable character actress. She was widely remembered for several notable and beloved appearances, including her iconic role as the housekeeper, Mrs. Brill in the classic Disney film Mary Poppins, 1964, and her lengthy recurring television role as Martha Grant on the popular supernatural sitcom The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, 1968-1970. Her career started on Broadway, where she had major roles, including Picnic, before transitioning successfully to screen work. Her versatile career spanned decades, demonstrating her effectiveness in both large-scale film productions and continuous television comedy. Rita Shaw passed away on January 8, 1982, at the age of 70. The cause of her death was emphysema. Following her death, she was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Royal Dano, born on November 13, 1922, portrayed Major Domo in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 44 years old. Major Domo was a servant to a powerful alien family, a role that capitalized on Dano's highly distinctive gravelly voice and gaunt appearance. His character added a layer of grave eccentricity and subtle menace to the episode, providing a unique contrast to the space family's usual encounters. Dano was celebrated for his ability to convey deep-seated character through minimal dialogue, and his presence lent a sense of gravitas to the episodic narrative. His character was entirely episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Royal Dano enjoyed a highly respected career spanning from 1950 to 1993, establishing himself as one of Hollywood's most memorable character actors, often specializing in westerns and dramatic roles. He was renowned for his distinctive voice, which made him a favorite narrator and performer, and he delivered powerful performances in major films such as The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, and The Right Stuff, 1983. Dano also provided the original voice for the Abraham Lincoln audio animatronic figure at Disneyland. His life before his death was characterized by his dedication to acting and voice work across numerous genres. Royal Dano passed away on May 15, 1994, at the age of 71. The cause of his death was complications from a fall leading to a heart attack. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Los Angeles National Cemetery in Los Angeles, California, U.S. Henry Jones, born on August 1, 1912, played Jeremiah Smith in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 53 years old. Jeremiah Smith was a mysterious, isolated alien whose character provided a blend of warmth, confusion, and subtle humor in his brief but memorable interaction with the Robinson family. Jones, a highly prolific character actor, lent his characteristic earnestness and dramatic weight to the guest role, making Jeremiah Smith a sympathetic and pivotal figure in his specific episode. His presence added warmth and an element of gentle eccentricity to the sci-fi environment. His character did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Henry Jones enjoyed a massive and varied career spanning from 1943 to 1999, working extensively on Broadway in film and on television. He was a veteran performer whose distinct, slightly nervous demeanor made him instantly recognizable, often cast as a timid official, a nervous clerk, or a friendly, unassuming neighbor. Jones is particularly remembered for his film roles, including his notable appearance in Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, 1958, and the Western classic Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, 1969. His long career included hundreds of television credits across nearly every major program of the era. His life before his death was characterized by his tireless dedication to character work, which continued until his final year. Henry Jones passed away on May 17, 1999, at the age of 86. The cause of his death was complications from a fall. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Michael Ansara, born on April 15, 1922, portrayed the ruler in Lost in Space, 1966, starting when he was 44 years old. The ruler was a powerful and often intimidating figure encountered by the Robinsons, and Ansara brought his signature commanding presence and dramatic intensity to the guest role. Ansara specialized in roles of authority or foreign figures, and his deep, resonant voice and imposing stature made him a memorable antagonist, adding a heightened sense of drama to the episode. His appearance was a highlight of the second season, emphasizing the variety and danger of the alien civilizations the family might encounter. The character was episodic and did not have an on-screen death. In real life, Michael Ansara enjoyed a highly successful and extensive career, spanning from 1944 to 2005, establishing himself as a reliable and recognizable character actor across film and television. He achieved early fame, starring as the Apache Chief Cochise in the popular television series Broken Arrow, 1956-1958, a role that defined his early career. Later, Ansara became iconic within the science fiction community for his recurring role as the formidable Klingon commander Kang across 3 different Star Trek series, a feat few actors have accomplished. His long career also included significant voice work, particularly as Mr. Freeze in the Batman the Animated Series continuity. His life before his death was characterized by his nearly 6 decades of continuous work in the industry, maintaining his status as a respected figure in science fiction and Western genres. Michael Ansara passed away on July 34, 2013, at the age of 91. The cause of his death was complications from Alzheimer's disease. Following his death, he was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California, U.S. Who's your favorite character from Lost in Space? It's always tough to say goodbye to beloved cast members who are no longer with us. How does that make you feel? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying our content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. We appreciate having you in our community